Play and count. Clap.
Agriculture has traditionally benefited from special arrangements which sheltered it from the full impact of GATT disciplines. The Agreement on Agriculture seeks to reduce restrictions on trade in agricultural products by introducing disciplines to increase market access, reduce domestic support measures, and reduce subsidized exports. The Agreement on Agriculture applies to agricultural products like fish products, harmonized system-less fish and fish products, as well as some specific products which come from the soil. The definition of agricultural products covers not only basic agricultural products such as wheat, milk, and live animals, but the products derived from them such as bread, butter, and oil and meat, as well as all processed agricultural products such as chocolate, yogurt, and sausages. The coverage also includes wines, tobacco, fibers such as cotton, wool, and silk. Market access. In practice, market access refers to the ways in which that protection can be implemented. Market access simply means that the right which exporters have to access a foreign market. Tarification is the process of conversion of all non-tariff market protection measures into the tariff equivalent. The tariff equivalent to a non-tariff. The specific border measures to protect markets allowed under the Agreement on Agriculture are tariffs and tariff rate quotas. A tariff is a duty or tax, and a tariff rate quota is a quantity of imports and exports within which a lower tariff applies. A higher tariff applies above the volume of the quota. A country schedule is a list of specific commitments to provide market access and national treatment for the products on the terms and conditions specified in the schedule. In Canada, they dispute the appellate body also recognized that, although Canada's commitment on fluid milk was made unilaterally, both Canada and the United States understood that this commitment represent a continuation by Canada of current access opportunity. The appellate body in Korea, their case insisted on the fact that the World Trade Organization's agreements are one treaty, and therefore all provisions including the country schedules ought to be interpreted harmoniously and in an effective manner, in order to ensure that no clause or provision is reduced to inutility. A quantitative restriction limits or puts a quota on the amount of a particular commodity that can be imported or exported over a given period. The minimum import price is fixed on the basis of the most favorable market price for each marketing year. Discretionary import licensing is the requirement to obtain a permit to import a product. Minimum market access. World Trade Organization members were therefore obliged to ensure that a certain amount of domestic consumption would continue to be supplied by imports. All World Trade Organization members agreed to open up their markets to imports for at least 3% of the domestic consumption in 1995 and for 5% by 2000. A tariff rate quota is a two-labeled tariff whereby the tariff rate charged depends on the volume of imports. A lower tariff is charged on imports within the quota volume. A higher tariff is a charge on imports in excess of the quota volume.
TRQ administration. The administration of TRQs is of vital importance in that may heavily affect trade by exporting countries. The special safeguards provision for agriculture differ from general safeguards. In agriculture, unlike normal safeguards, higher safeguard duties can be triggered automatically when import volumes rise above a certain level, or if price falls below a certain level only. Import volume trigger. Volume special safeguards have their legal basis in Article 5 of the Agreement on Agriculture. Article 5.1 provides that a special additional duty may impose if the annual volume of imports of the products exceeds a trigger level. Dispute settlement. In the dispute EC poultry, Brazil complained about the allocation of an EC tariff rate quota for frozen poultry meat and the use by the EC of a special safeguard measure under the Agreement on Agriculture. Agriculture subsidies. Agriculture support measures are classified as belonging to the two major groups: domestic support and general support, and export subsidies. Amber box. Measure all the domestic support measures which not correspond to the exceptional arrangement known as the green and blue boxes are considered to distort production and trade and therefore fall into the amber box category. Green box measures are set out in Annex 2 to the Agreement on Agriculture. Amber box support measures are not prohibited but are subject to reduction from commitments.
Green box exemption. Agreement on Agriculture set out general criteria and conditions for exemption to the commitment to reduce domestic subsidies. Measures which fall within the terms of Annex 2 are known as the Green Box. Green Box support measures are considered economically neutral. Therefore, World Trade Organization does not impose any financial limitation to this type of domestic support. Blue Box measures. The Blue Box exemption category is contained in Article 6.5 of the Agreement on Agriculture. It covers any support measure that would normally be in the Amber Box, but which is placed in the Blue Box if the support also required farmers to limit their production. Blue Box subsidies are considered to be possibly trade distorting but permitted under the Agreement on Agriculture.
List of export subsidies on Agreement on Agriculture. Direct export subsidies. Government export of non-commercial stock of a price lower comparable price for such good of a domestic market. Export payments, finances by virtue of government action, including payments of finances by life of the product. Subsidies to reduce the cost of the marketing export, including cost handling, upgrading of the other process cost and cost of international transport of the freight. Internal transportation of the foreign change of term more favorable than domestic shipment, the provided of management by government.